You're listening to Stream, the podcast that tells you what streaming on platform for subscription, rent, or buy. And we'll talk about movies coming out Friday, August the 21st, 2020. There are 14 movies coming out today. The first one, American Street Kid. Filmmaker Michael Leone heads to the streets of LA to shine a light on the epidemic of homeless youth in America. Once inside their world, he realizes he can no longer be an observer. Every day is a matter of life or death, and he'll do anything to get them off the streets. Ratings in R is a documentary directed by Michael Leone, written by Michael Leone. It's 104 minutes long by Can Do Films. And this one is for rent or buy on Amazon Video, Vudu, and Apple iTunes. The next one, The Vanished. 17% on Tomato Meter, no audience score. A family vacation takes a terrifying turn when parents Paul and Wendy discover their young daughter has vanished without a trace. Stopping at nothing to find her, the search for the truth leads to a shocking revelation in this psychological thriller. It's rated R for violence, language, free sexuality, and drug use. It is an action-adventure, mystery, suspense. Directed by Peter Facinelli, written by Peter Facinelli. It's 115 minutes long by Paramount Pictures. Some of the cast is Lily Ann Harrison as Janet, Gregory Harrison as Dr. Bradley, Peter Facinelli as Deputy Rakes, Jason Patrick as Sheriff Baker, Anne Hesh as Wendy, and Thomas Jane as Paul. And this one is for rent or buy on Fandango Now and Prime Video. The Pale Door, 50%, no audience score. The Dalton gang find shelter in seemingly uninhabited ghost town after a train robbery goes south. Seeking help for their wounded leader, they are surprised to stumble upon a welcoming brothel in the town square. But the beautiful women who greet them are actually a coven of witches with very sinister plans for the unsuspecting outlaws. And the battle between good and evil is just beginning. It's rated NR. It is a horror western. Directed by Aaron B. Coons. Written by Aaron B. Coons, Cameron Burns, and Keith Lansdale. 96 minutes long by RLJE Films. Some of the cast, Bill Sage as Dodd, Pat Healy as Wiley, Stan Shaw as Lester, Noah Segan as Truman, Zachary Knighton as Duncan, and Devin Druid as Jake. And this one is for rent on DirecTV, or you can rent or buy it on Amazon Video, Apple iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, Fandango Now, Vudu, Microsoft Store, and Redbox. Unhinged, 50% on Tomato Meter, 83% audience score. Academy Award winner Russell Crowe stars in Unhinged, a psychological thriller that takes something we've all experienced, road rage, to an unpredictable and terrifying conclusion. Rachel is running late getting to work when she crosses paths with a stranger at a traffic light. Soon, Rachel finds herself and everyone she loves the target of a man who feels invincible and is looking to make one last spark upon the world by teaching her a lesson of deadly lessons. What follows is a dangerous game of cat and mouse that proves you never know who you're driving next to. It's rated R for strong violent content and language throughout. Mystery and suspense. Directed by Derek Borte. Written by Carl Ellsworth. 91 minutes long by Solstice Studios. Some of the cast, Austin P. McKenzie. And then Jimmy Simpson as Andy. Gabriel Bateman as Kyle. Karen Pistorius as Rachel, and Russell Crowe as the man. And this one is, you can only buy it on Vudu. Train to Busan presents Peninsula. 55% tomato meter, no audience score. 4 years after South Korea's total decimation in Train to Busan, the zombie thriller that captivated audiences worldwide, acclaimed director Yeon Sang-ho brings us Peninsula, the next nail-biting chapter in his post-apocalyptic world. Jung Seok, a soldier who previously escaped a diseased wasteland, relives the horror when assigned to a covert operation with two simple objectives: retrieve and survive. When his team unexpectedly stumbles upon survivors, their lives will depend on whether the best or worst of human nature prevails in the direst of circumstances. It's rated NR. Is an action adventure, drama, horror, mystery, and suspense. Directed by Yeon Sang-ho. Written by Yeon Sang-ho, Ryu Young-jae. It's 116 minutes long by Well Go USA Entertainment. Some of the cast: Kim Do-yoon as Chulmin, Koo Ya-hwan as Private Kim, Kim Min-jae as Sergeant Hwang, Kwon Hae-yo as Kim Sr., Lee Jung-hyun as Min Jung, and Gang Dong-won as Jung Seok. And this one is streaming on Prime Video, Netflix, Hoopla, Vudu Free, Tubi TV, Crackle, Shudder, Popcorn Flicks, Shudder Amazon Channel, and Rakuten Viki. Or you can rent or buy it on Redbox, Amazon Video, Google Play, YouTube, Vudu, Apple iTunes, Fandango Now, and Microsoft Store. Alright, now we got Chemical Hearts. 55% tomato meter, 84% audience score. 17-year-old Harry Page has never been in love. He fancies himself a romantic, but the kind of once-in-a-lifetime love he's been hoping for just hasn't happened yet. Then, on the first day of senior year, he meets transfer student Grace Town, and it seems all that is about to change. When Grace and Henry are chosen to co-edit the school paper, he's immediately drawn to the mysterious newcomer. As he learns the heartbreaking secret that has changed her life, he finds himself falling in love with her, or at least the person he thinks she is. It's rated R for language, sexuality, and teen drug use. It's a drama and romance. Directed by Richard Tan. Written by Richard Tan. It's 93 minutes long by Amazon Studios. Some of the cast: Coral Pena as Cora, Carrie Young as Law, Adir Kalyan as Kim Chama, Sarah Jones as Suds, Austin Abrams as Henry Page, and Lily Reinhardt as Grace Town. And this one is streaming on Prime Video. Tesla. 59% tomato meter, no audience score. Brilliant, brooding inventor Nikola Tesla fights an uphill battle to bring his revolutionary electrical system to fruition. Increasingly displeased by the greed of fellow inventor Thomas Edison, Tesla forges his own virtuous but arduous path toward creating the innovative alternative current motor. His European nature is at odds with budding American industrialism, and the landscape of intellectual property is treacherous, and Tesla slowly becomes gelled in his overactive mind. His associate Anne Morgan analyzes and presents his story as it unfolds, offering a distinctively modern voice in this scientific period drama. It's rated PG-13 for some thematic material and nude images. It is a drama, directed by Michael Almereyda, written by Michael Almereyda. It's 102 minutes long by IFC Films. Some of the cast: Josh Hamilton as Robert Underwood Johnson, Jim Gaffigan as George Westinghouse, Lucy Walters as Katherine Johnson, Kyle MacLachlan as Thomas Edison, Eve Hewson as Anne Morgan, and Ethan Hawke as Nikola Tesla. And this one is for rent on DirecTV and Microsoft Store, or you can rent or buy it on Amazon Video, Apple iTunes, and Vudu. Stage Mother, 61% on Tomato Meter, no audience score. When conservative Texas church choir director Maybelline inherits her recently deceased son's drag club, she surprises her closed-minded husband and everyone else she knows by moving alone to San Francisco to save the club from bankruptcy. In this racy new environment, she begins to open up and find new meaning for her life, even becoming a mother figure to the club's flamboyant performers, until a surprise visit threatens to upend her new life. It's rated R for sexual content including assault, language, and some drug use. It's a comedy drama, directed by Tom Fitzgerald, written by Brad Hennig. It is 93 minutes long by Momentum Pictures. Some of the cast: Oscar Marino as Tequila, Alistair McDonald, Maya Taylor as Cherry, Adrian Grenier as Nathan, Lucy Liu as Sienna, and Jackie Weaver as Maybelline. And it is for rent on Flix Fling, or you can rent or buy it on Amazon Video, Google Play, YouTube, Fandango Now, Microsoft Store, and Redbox. The Burnt Orange Heresy, 64% on Tomato Meter, 75% audience score. Set in present-day Italy, here's a speed charismatic art critic James Figueras hooks up with provocative and luring fellow American Bernice Hollis. He's a classic anti-hero in the making with a charm that masks his deep ambition whilst she's an innocent touring Europe, enjoying the freedom of being whoever she wishes. The new lovers travel to the lavish and opulent Lake Como estate of powerful art collector Cassidy. Their host reveals he is the patron of Jerome Debney, the reclusive J.D. Salinger of the art world, and he has a simple request: for James to steal a Debney masterpiece from the artist's studio, whatever the cost. As the couple spend time with the legendary Debney, they start to realize that nothing about artists nor their mission is what it seems. But James is a man of deep, lurking ambition. He will do anything, from arson and burglary to murder, in order to further his career. It's rated R for some sexual content, nudity, language, drug use, and violence. It is an action-adventure, drama, mystery, suspense, directed by Giuseppe Capotondi, written by Scott B. Smith, 98 minutes long by Sony Pictures Classics. Some of the cast: Katie McGovern as Art Party Girl, Rosalind Halstead as Evelina McCree, Mick Jagger, Doll Sutherland, Elizabeth Debicki, and Claes Bang. And this one is for buy on Vudu. The One and Only Ivan, 71% on Tomato Meter, 86% audience score. Whilst trapped in a cage in the Exit 8 Big Top Mall and video arcade, a gorilla named Ivan teams up with a caring elephant named Stella to piece together his mysterious path and hatch a cunning escape from their shared captivity. It's rated PG for mild thematic elements. It is an action-adventure, animation, and comedy. Directed by Thay Sherrock, written by Mike White, by Disney Plus. Some of the cast: Ramon Rodriguez as George, Brooklyn Prince as Ruby, Helen Mirren as Snickers, Danny DeVito as Bob, Angelina Jolie as Stelda, and Sam Rockwell as Ivan. And this one is streaming on Disney Plus. The 24th, 81% Tomato Meter, no audience score. The 24th tells an incredibly powerful and timely true story of the all-black 24th United States Infantry Regiment and the Houston Riot of 1917. The Houston Riot was a mutiny by 156 African American soldiers in response to the brutal violence and abuse at the hands of Houston police officers. The riot, which lasted 2 hours, led to the death of 9 civilians, 4 policemen, and 2 soldiers, and resulted in the largest murder trial in history, which sentenced a total of 19 men to execution and 41 men to life sentences. It's rated NR, is a drama, directed by Kevin Wilmot, written by Kevin Wilmot and Trey Byers, 113 minutes long by Vertical Entertainment. Some of the cast is Michael T. Williamson as Sergeant Hayes, Towson Morohunfola as Franklin, Mo McRae as Walker, AJ Naomi King as Marie, Bashir Salahuddin as Big Joe, and Trey Byers as Boston. And you can rent this on DirecTV, or you can rent or buy it on Amazon Video, Fandango Now, Vudu, and Microsoft Store. Words on Bathroom Walls. 83% on Tomato Meter, 100% audience score. This movie tells the story of witty and introspective Adam, who appears to be your typical young adult, a little unkempt with raging hormones and excited about a future pursuing his dream of becoming a chef. Expelled halfway through his senior year following an incident in chemistry class, Adam is diagnosed with a mental illness. Sent to a Catholic academy to finish out his term, Adam has a little hope of fitting in and just wants to keep his illness secret until he can enroll in culinary school. But when he meets outspoken and fiercely intelligent Maya, there is an instant soulful and comforting connection. As their romance deepens, she inspires him to open his heart and not be defined by his condition. Now with the love and support of his girlfriend and family, Adam is hopeful for the first time that he can see the light and triumph over the challenges that lie ahead. It's rated PG-13 for mature thematic content involving mental illness, some sexual references, strong language, and smoking. It's a drama, directed by Thor Freudenthal, written by Nick Navita. It's 111 minutes long by Roadside Attractions. Some of the cast: Devin Bostick as Joaquin, Beth Grant, Anna Sophia Robb as Rebecca, Taylor Russell as Maya, Andy Garcia as Father Patrick, and Charlie Plummer as Adam. This one said it's out, but I couldn't find it where it's at, so I don't know. Okay, now, Inception, 87% on Tomato Meter, 91% audience score. Dom Cobb doesn't steal things, he steals ideas. By projecting himself deep into the subconscious of his targets, he can glean information that even the best computer hackers can't get into. In the world of corporate espionage, Cobb is the ultimate weapon. But even weapons have their weakness. And when Cobb loses everything, he's forced to embark on one final mission in a desperate quest for redemption. This time, Cobb won't be harvesting an idea, but sowing one. Should he and his team of specialists succeed, they will have discovered a new frontier in the art of psychic espionage. They've planned everything to perfection, and they have all the tools to get the job done. Their mission is complicated, however, by the sudden appearance of a malevolent foe that seems to know exactly what they're up to and precisely how to stop them. It's rated PG-13 for sequences of violence and action throughout. It is action, adventure, drama, mystery, suspense, science fiction, and fantasy. Directed by Christopher Nolan, written by Christopher Nolan, it is 148 minutes long by Warner Brothers Pictures. Some of the cast: Tom Hardy as Ernst, Ellen Page as Ariadne, Marion Cotillard as Mal, Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Arthur, Ken Watanabe as Sato, and Leonardo DiCaprio's Cobb, Dom Cobb. And this one is streaming on Prime Video, Fubo, and TNT. Or you can rent or buy it on Apple iTunes, Amazon Video, Fandango Now, Vudu, Microsoft Store, Redbox, DirecTV, and AMC On Demand. Alright, the last one, Watch List, is 100% on Tomato Meter, no audience score. This movie is set against the drug wars in the Philippines. After her husband is murdered under mysterious circumstances, Maria is left to fend for her 3 children in a police state. As she delves into Manila's dark underworld of cops, criminals, and drugs to find answers, she realizes the truth is never black and white, and that she must explore her own darkness to keep her family safe. It is rated NR. It is a drama, mystery, and suspense. Directed by Ben Recchi. Written by Ben Recchi. 94 minutes long by Dark Star Pictures. Some of the cast is Angeli Bayani, Jess Mendoza, Jake Macapagel, Alessandra De Rossi as Maria, and then Arthur Acuna. This one also said it's been released, but I didn't see it anywhere. And that is it. That's the movies come out Friday, August the 21st. Have fun watching the movies. This show is brought to you by Heartland Production Entertainment. If you'd like to help to make the show better, go to patreon.com/heartlandpae.